taking Dystopia on the road to Goldfield, Nevada. You know, with Dystopia, we're not following the footsteps of others. So you've got ghost hunters, you've got paranormal investigators, and it's not what we are.
Nope.
I mean, to identify it best, I would say we're paranormal explorers.
I think that's a great way to explain it.
That's good, because I don't know how else to put it. You know, I'm stoked for going to Goldfield, but I'm bummed we had to leave the captain behind. But there's just way too much stuff out there that's going to be dangerous for him. You got rattlesnakes, burrows, other wildlife, holes in the ground. The hotel itself, it's going to be at $1.05 outside, so I can only imagine how hot it's going to be in there. So eventually I told him, he came around, he forgave me. He's a huge asset, so I'm sorry we're not going to be able to have him with, but his safety comes first. So hopefully we can bring him out on the next one, but he got to sit this one out. See how good I am? Having a conversation with you. And I'm passing cars, like Mario Andretti.
You need to focus on the roads.
Right, alright. I have troubles multitasking. It's part of being a dude.
Right.
So we are like, I don't know, 8 miles from Highway 375, the extraterrestrial highway, which we are going to venture down. And see if we can't get you abducted.
Right.
So in the meantime, I thought it was very important for you to have a code name. And so I know I've been calling you Carrier Monkey for quite a while because you're always sick with new strains of crazy-ass diseases.
It's called having kids.
Right.
I can't help it.
Make some more excuses.
Right.
So in the meantime, we're going to change it up a little bit, and I'm going to call you, your code name for this whole endeavor is Gila Monster.
It's Gila. But okay.
Are you correcting me on your own assigned moniker?
If you're gonna call me a Gila Monster, then say it correctly.
G's not silent.
Yes,
It's Gila Monster. Do you even know what it is?
Yes, I
What?
grew up in Arizona. It's a lizard. They're poisonous.
What do they look like?
That's mean. They're fat and lumpy.
No, I was trying to get you to identify colors to see if you were just making shit
They're like
up.
orange and black.
Okay, alright, so you know what a Gila Monster
Yeah,
is?
they're fat and lumpy. Thank you.
Are they?
You're
That's
dead to me.
pretty awesome.
Whatever.
So anyhow, Gila Monster.
Yeah.
Well, then you can be the Gila Monster. You'll be like the exception to it.
Right, okay.
So that's your code name. And are you not curious about what mine is?
I'm afraid to ask what yours is.
It's awesome. It's Goose.
Oh no.
So every time you need to contact me, you have to
Doesn't
say,
Goose die?
what are you talking about? I just made that up.
Top Gun.
There's no one in Top Gun named Goose.
Goose?
Goose.
Goose. Yes, there is.
No, there's not.
What the
I made
fuck?
that up.
No, you
I
didn't.
invented it.
Okay.
I invented it.
Right.
So anyhow, so you gotta say like, come in Goose or talk to me Goose or something like that. So you've seen that movie? Alright, so your mission is to come up with a better nickname for me because apparently the one I stole. I've asked you like about 10 different movies on the way so far. You've seen nothing. So how's it you see this little indie film Top Gun? So whatever, it's
Oh, look, it's coming up.
E.T. Highway.
Are you sure that's the right one?
Oh, hang on, this is my jam. Slightly, but it's not slow to get killed.
How's our gas?
3/4 of a tank.
Is that good?
3 out of 4 ain't bad. Thanks for asking. All right, just a little point of view going down the ET Highway. Here in Fair State. There we go. Oh, it's even recording. It's a big moment.
Yeah, it is. I think. Well, it's on.
That's half the battle.
Look at the cat.
Driving like you.
Please.
There we go.
Dude, there's no fences.
I know,
The cows are just there.
This is free range and it makes it easier for the aliens to do their mutilations. Fences just get in the way and ain't no aliens got time for that.
Right.
Seriously.
I don't think aliens.
They communicate with me telepathically. I know what's going on with Dust Devil.
I'm thinking aliens don't care about fences.
Going towards UFO stuff, so keep your eyes to the sky.
Dude, what if we saw something? I might lose it. I'd start crying. I'd be in the fetal position in the back.
It's not how that's not the typical response. You're supposed to get out and run after it.
I don't like aliens.
They don't like you with that attitude. over to you? Nothing.
Probing.
You've been probed? How'd that go?
That's disturbing.
Alright, I'm gonna shut this bad boy off. After 9 long hours, we make it to Goldfield unscathed, stopping only at the Luna crater and adventuring down the extraterrestrial highway. And there really wasn't much trouble along the way, other than a failed alien abduction. Well, that and Jen demanding pit stops, which given the coordinates on the GPS and the timeline she provided didn't seem very reasonable. And I'm pretty sure she was judging me the entire time.
Hey. All the equipment.
Really? Let's make it awkward.
Right.
I'm not into quantum, but the daughter.
Armed with a solid grasp of the history of the Goldfield Hotel, we head over to the location, do our initial scout walkthrough, and we decide to set up some stationary equipment and let it run. Anyone that tells you the activity only happens at night either doesn't know or is lying to you. Feel free to write that down. You told me what I thought?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Isn't that what you asked me to do?
You're not supposed to say that out loud. Bird corpse. Here we are on the 3rd floor of the Goldfield. In this area, this corridor right here, there's been a lot of reports of full body apparitions. So what we've done is we've set up some motion detection technology with an external high definition cam and the laptop, and what we're going to do is we're going to let this bad boy run for a little while. We're going to take off. We've done a sweep of the entire building. There's no one here. And so we're going to see if we can capture any of this stuff to document the reports of these apparitions. So what better way to do it than get this in here, lock up the building, and let it run. So in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and make sure that everything's working. So we framed up, you see in the little boxes, the motion detection, good to go?
Yep.
Awesome. And that is how we leave it. After about 4 hours, we went back to pick up the motion detection device. Upon review, we didn't find anything conclusively we felt was paranormal or supernatural. However, while I was setting up, Jen had done a walkthrough of the 3rd floor, and we were actually able to document this. This is an EVP considering the fact we didn't hear it while we were there at the time. We're going to play it again and see what you think it says. And here it is one last time with what we believe we hear. With that, it was clear to us that the ghosts of Goldfield recognized Dystopia's presence virtually from the moment we set foot on the property.